to our channel. Today with me is our team coach, Mr. Robert Powell. Mr. Powell, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Powell, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start Taekwondo, and how did it get you to here today?
Well, I started Taekwondo in 1992 with yourself and Grandmaster Hudson in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I was there through college and got the opportunity to do a couple of international teams during that time in high school with Master Rick Balkan. And then after college, I went to McKinney, Texas, with Grandmaster Benny Broadway, and worked with him for a couple of years. And then in 2008, I opened up a school in Rockwall, Texas, and we've been there ever since.
Yeah,
So,
wonderful.
from '92 to now.
So tell us about some of the highlights in your career so far.
So I got my black belt in 1995, and then you took off and did your thing and moved down to Texas, and I was kind of lost for a little while, and I got an opportunity to go do some international competition when I was 16 with Master Rick Balkan in Italy. That was my first international tournament in 2000, and that was a light bulb moment for me. It kind of gave me a path of like understanding kind of a calling of doing international competition, and the light bulb just kind of went off of like, this is what I want to do, this is going to be my path moving forward, and allow me to travel the world and do something that I love, and then create a business with that. So that was kind of like the echelon moment, I think, of being able to go and compete internationally and see that there was a lot bigger things that were available to me other than just my school or my regional tournaments that are a lot of fun and they're necessary, but to broaden your horizons and go do the international competition was something that was really special. And so I've basically been doing that for the past 20 years plus.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now tell us where your school is.
We're in Rockwall, Texas. It's just east of Dallas. Maybe 25 minutes from downtown Dallas. We've been there since 2008. It's an excellent community. It's growing quickly, and we have a lot of fun there.
Well, good. What we like to give tips for our students. Now, you've been in Taekwondo for a long time. Some of the challenges that kids meet today. What are some of the things that, if you had any challenges, how did you get past that? What tips for kids that may start Taekwondo and think about stopping? Do you have anything to share?
Yes, sir. So I was able to balance Taekwondo and that being a focus of my athletic career with baseball. I played baseball in college. I played baseball, 150 games when I was in high school, and travel teams in college every year for almost a decade. And being able to balance that with martial arts was really important. I think martial arts adds a lot to other sports. There's a reason why all of your professional athletes cross-train in the off-season with martial arts. The balance, the footwork, the core strength, and the flexibility are all really big things to help them with their other activities. And so I think that sometimes gets lost in the busyness of that everybody is with their schedule of like, we can only focus on one sport or this or that. And I think that sometimes taking the opportunity and doing a lifetime sport with your main sport that you would do, football, basketball, volleyball, all of those sort of things, martial arts is a real backbone for that, to help them be even better in those adventures.
True, because you're very successful in competition and you're very successful in baseball.
Yes, sir.
That's a good point.
Yes, sir.
What about parents? Parents, they bring the kids in, they want one thing for kids, and then kids sometimes get a little bit tired. Any suggestions for parents to help kids past that point of them wanting to reach burnout or wanting to stop training? Any words?
Yes, the biggest complaint that I have in my school is that little Johnny doesn't want to come to class. But when little Johnny's in class, he has a great time. And so the parents see that he's having a good time, but they're tired of the fight to get him to
Yeah,
class.
good point. Yeah.
And I tell them, I was like, look, When you get off work and you go to sit down on the couch, you don't want to get up either. You know, none of us do. I completely understand where little Johnny's coming from, but it's our job as the martial arts instructor, as the parent, to put them into the situations where we know that they're going to grow and develop. And after class, if little Johnny's saying, man, that was a lot of fun, I really enjoyed sparring or breaking boards or learning my new pattern today, that's what you need to remember as the parent. That conversation after the class. The conversation before the class, I don't want to get off my video game, I don't want to quit playing with my friends, or I don't want to just leave the house. Those are the things that are going to happen with whatever activity they're doing. The only difference is that this is a year-long activity instead of a 6 or 8 week activity where you can tell them, hey, the window's at the end here, you know, we only got 6 weeks to do this. And they can burn hot for that 6 weeks. But burning hot for a year or 3 years to get your black belt, those sort of things is a lot more difficult. It's a lot more challenging. But that's where the growth comes in the martial arts, and fighting through that adversity, and then learning, like, hey, just getting off the couch and going and doing an activity is something that we need as adults, and keeping a healthy lifestyle. And we're teaching our kids to fight through that stagnation of being in front of the TV or whatever, and learning that this activity is fun for me. I need to lean into it, not get lazy, and you know, those sort of things. And it's easier for parents too. It's easy for parents. I don't want to fight you today. You know, I don't want to have to take you. You know, but that's the discipline that you're trying to create for your child. So you got to be able to understand the long run that you're trying to produce.
That's a really good point. I think a lot of, not just martial artists, but even sports and other civic events also deal with that with the kids. It's too easy for the parents to succumb to the child. Good points.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And you guys don't forget to press that like and subscribe button, and keep watching for our next interviews with our next masters. Mr. Powell, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And good
Appreciate
luck.
it.
Good
Yes,
luck
sir.
with your
Thank you.
team in England this year.
Oh, we're going to have a blast. Can't wait.